Welcome back. You may Diamond K in here, of course, RadioFire.com, the DiamondKShow.com. Thank you for joining me. So, activist, former NFL quarterback Colin Kaepernick has teamed up with Ben & Jerry's, the ice cream company, to serve what he calls up joy on the journey of justice. So they're teamed up on this and dropped a commercial as well. Let's take a look at it.
Ready to change the world? Ready to change the world?
Ben & Jerry's and Colin Kaepernick are teaming up in the struggle against police violence,
systemic racism,
and white supremacy. It's time to dismantle systems of oppression
and create alternatives rooted in community, accountability, and well-being.
This is what resistance looks like. And it's rooted in joy, love, and justice. All of Colin's proceeds from our new certified vegan non-dairy flavor go to Know Your Rights.
An organization he launched in 2016 to advance the liberation of black and brown people.
Let's serve up some joy on the journey to justice.
Together, we can change the world.
Folks, that was the commercial for Ben & Jerry's and Colin Kaepernick, them teaming up. The fight for justice can be difficult. The fight for justice can be a long road. This is something that Colin Kaepernick knows all too well. His latest endeavor will potentially help ease some late night blues. Ben & Jerry's debuted their latest flavor combination named after Colin Kaepernick. Colin Kaepernick's changed the world. Get it? The world. So it's something that's interesting. The dessert is a caramel sunflower butter base with fudge chips, graham cracker swirls, and chocolate cookie swirls. So, people who are opponents of change, the things that Colin Kaepernick is championing, of course, they're upset about this and feel a certain kind of way. Kaepernick tweeted, "I've teamed with Ben & Jerry's to serve up joy and the journey to justice. Today we're excited to introduce Change the World, a new non-dairy flavor that hits shelves early 2021. 100% of my proceeds will go to the Your Rights camp with matching support from Ben & Jerry's." So this organization that Kaepernick referenced, it works to advance the liberation and the well-being of black and brown communities through education, self-empowerment, mass mobilization, and the creation of new systems that elevate the next generation of change leaders. So you may ask yourself, why does he have an ice cream flavor? All right, what's going on there? Back in the springtime, Ben & Jerry's and Nike collaborated on a shoe they called the Chunky Dunky shoe. And the ice cream company donated proceeds to COVID-19 relief efforts by the Know Your Rights camp. Some folks were mad, but a lot of folks were happy about that. So the side started talking about what other collaborations they could come up with, and Ben & Jerry's continues the activism it has become famous for. This is a progressive ice cream company. So Chris Miller, who is the head of global activism strategy at Ben & Jerry's, said that the collaboration will help change the culture. So when you have athletes, this is how Kaepernick became someone who many on the right dislike, because he spoke out, because he got involved in the movement, spearheaded a movement. Some people think the athletes just need to shut up and play. Kaepernick reminding people that in November that it had been more than 1,360 days since an NFL team employed him, but he remains ready to go if one calls. Has not played in the league since 2016, when he took a knee to protest police brutality and racial injustice. And, the backlash from that, the hypocrisy of the NFL, hypocrisy of others. On one hand, the NFL talks about trying to be progressive and support the protest of racial injustice, but then they blackball Kaepernick and others for speaking out. Very interesting. It is interesting how they've tried to play both sides, and if you watch their programming, NFL, they try to, sprinkle out here and there messages to try to change people's thoughts on what the ownership feels about racial injustice and police brutality. The hypocrisy is deafening. And so at a time that you have many quarterbacks hurt, you have bums playing in the league, Kaepernick definitely well rested and healed up any injuries whatsoever, still does not play and will not play. There's no need to hold up any hope for that fact. So should athletes just shut up and play? Should they? If you have an athlete that is a supporter of Trump, a loud supporter, you've had some of those, should he voice his opinions? Are you upset if, Kaepernick has opinions, and while I agree with those opinions that Kaepernick has with regards to inequality and police brutality, what if the athlete voices opinions that I don't agree with? Are they still in their are they still justified in voicing their opinion if that's what they feel? I say yes. You don't have to agree with me, but I don't think that you should be penalized for statements. Now, there are lines. There is a line. You can say and do things that could get you fired, but nothing that Kaepernick has done should have gotten him fired. Nothing. But he's a former player. He will not play in the NFL. And now I think it's been 4 years. He's more of an activist than anything else. The NFL career former. Currently, he is an activist. And in 2021, they're going to debut a brand new ice cream flavor to help amplify the message against police brutality, against inequality. They want some change. We've seen and will continue to see until people decide to do something about it. The effects, the things that Kaepernick and others have been talking about, this ex-49er, ex-NFL player. Colin Kaepernick's 49ers rookie jersey sold for a record price at an auction. And, some don't like him. Some don't like anybody. Some don't like many people. Matters not. The fight continues. And I definitely want to salute Ben and Jerry's, Colin Kaepernick, all that they're doing, past, present, and future. Support these folks that are speaking truth to power. Support these folks that are out there doing more than just talking, but keeping the message. Messaging is very important. Consistency, very important. Very important. Mainstream media often promotes misinformation. Here at Radio on Fire, we provide Americans with unapologetic, progressive news coverage and opinion. Our outlet challenges the establishment and provides a platform for people to demand positive change while speaking truth to power. There it is again, speaking truth to power. Our news and opinion and entertainment programs are straightforward and unapologetic. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, TikTok, at The Diamond K Show, at Radio on Fire. Of course, I am here daily, mornings and evenings, giving you my thoughts on the news of the day. So I'll be back 7 p.m.